Hi everybody, I'm Tom.
I'm Mike.
It's no sense. Let's
This will be episode 4
episode
for the
4.
full episodes.
Episode 4. And so with that, go ahead and give us some good news, Mike. Weird news, whatever news.
Some strange news.
Strange news, yeah, that's what it was.
This is a story out of North Carolina. It says 9 escaped wolf dog hybrids were captured in North Carolina.
9?
9.
From where? Where they escape from?
It says
That's pretty scary.
9 escaped, and there's 3 others that are believed to be on the loose still.
So there was 12.
Yeah, and they escaped from a Cedar Grove area enclosure. It said they were being kept at a shelter. Or no, they're kept at a shelter now since they got caught. It said another wolf dog was spotted on the loose recently, and 2 others haven't been seen in several weeks. It says they're not legal in North Carolina, but it says the officials are working to find them a new permanent home at a sanctuary or a rescue.
So if they're trying to find them another home, it means that maybe somebody was breeding these things.
Yeah.
They came on knocking on the door. They're like, "Hey, dude, we heard you got wolf dogs."
And they just
He's all, "Be free, get out of here."
I think that's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Obviously, this person was owning them illegally in North Carolina and would rather set them free than have them taken away or get put in jail.
Wonder if he was breeding them or
I guess so. It
she or
says,
he or whatever.
I mean, it doesn't say exactly what breeds these are, but it says typically they're hybrids of wolves and German shepherds. So
My cousin had a wolf hybrid.
they're crazy.
It
They're
was
a lot of work.
gnarly dog. We'd find like cats in the yard and like just killing things all over the place. We'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah, they there was a video with the story, and I'll have to just like put this with the clip or
Yeah.
whatever. But it was like just a pack of them, just the pack of 9 or whatever, just cruising along the highway or whatever, like along some streets.
they get so massive.
Yeah, they're big.
If they are
Really big.
aggressive, I mean, it's essentially just a pack of wolves.
wolves,
Literally,
basically,
yeah. Yeah, hers was huge. My cousin Mary, his name was Mayachuk, and he could just jump this like 5 foot, 6 foot fence like nothing, like not touching it.
Did she keep it like his whole life, or
No,
they had to give it away?
yeah, something happened. Like, ultimately, I don't know. He was a cool dog. They just couldn't contain him. He could jump any fence.
Yeah, they're super high maintenance.
Yeah, you have to. I'm sure you could, and I don't know exactly what happened if I'm being honest. But all I know is it would bring back random critters pretty darn often, and
Yeah, I knew a guy that had one, and it was always escaping from his yard, chewing fence boards and stuff
Yeah.
like that, just ripping his yard apart. And he only had it for like maybe a year, and they had to get rid of it because it was just like it kept getting out, and it was just like way too much work.
yeah,
They're obviously like really cool animals, but I don't think I could ever own one. Like I wish I could, but there's just so much work that I don't think I couldn't keep up with them.
there's a lot of animals I'd love to own that I could not
Yeah.
take care of. You know, it's
Yeah.
like I think all animals are cool. It doesn't mean that I'd love to have my own personal zoo, but that's not.
Yeah, so I guess it sounds like they're trying to relocate them to somewhere where they are legal, and then maybe they can get adopted or go to a sanctuary or something like that. Because there's like wolf dog sanctuaries and stuff like that.
There's a lot of those?
Yeah, I follow one on Facebook. They
Really?
like have actual wolves, and then they have hybrids, and I guess they just take in ones that people couldn't handle.
I mean, they're all in the same family. They're all canines, so
Yeah.
like, I assume that they could live together kind of peacefully, and maybe you wouldn't have
Yeah.
chihuahuas with them or something. But you know what I mean, like
That'd be like a little chicken nugget for them, probably.
chicken chihuahua nugget.
But yeah, that was one of the stories.
Okay,
And
that'd be an
then-
interesting thing to drive by.
Yeah.
Do they look like wolves?
Yeah, they did. There was like some all black ones, and there was a couple that kind of like had the husky colors, like the I don't know if it's like a tri-blend or something like that. And then there was like some brownish looking ones.
Okay.
But yeah, there was a pack of 9 of them just cruising. Like I wouldn't want to be caught like walking along the street with those things roll up on you.
Be walking your dog and you see it.
Yeah, you'd be done for if they rolled up on you and your dog.
If they're violent.
Yeah,
We don't know
if
if they're
they are.
violent.
You never know.
Yeah, when they're all together though. Well, and so it said a pack of 9, but 3 missing, so that was a pack of 12.
Yeah, so they're still on the loose. There's still 3
Yeah.
running around somewhere in North Carolina. They're probably, I don't know if they'll ever find them, but they're probably like out living the wildlife by now.
Yeah.
Because this was from the 27th. I guess it's not that long ago.
Oh yeah, it's a couple days ago.
So who knows if they've got caught by now.
Well, and how close was it to like nature? Is the other thing. Like, is it like
The-
closer
in
to
the-
the city?
In the video, it looked pretty foresty,
Okay.
like woodsy. But I don't know, like how long they had been running for or whatever, like wherever
Yeah.
they came from. I'm assuming the person that had them had to have had property or something like that,
Yeah.
like out in the woods. Because if you're hiding 12 wolf dogs in your
Yeah.
house, like
And they're big. They're like
yeah,
grown.
they're like huge, like fully grown.
So this guy's like, hey man, I've always loved wolves. What if I have like my own wolf pack that like defends my property?
I just want to know like where he got them if they're illegal in North Carolina. He had to have like, or he or she, we don't know who it is, but they didn't say like had to have gone somewhere to go get them.
I wonder what kind of trouble this person's getting in from having a pack of
It depends on
wolf
if they.
dogs.
I would assume if it depends like if they do any damage, or if they like hurt anyone or any animals or anything like that. And maybe it'll be
Yeah.
more.
What's the
trouble
fine
for
for
him.
one of those times 12?
Yeah. It doesn't say in the story like if he's in trouble or not or what, but
I want to find out. I want to find out what the fine is for a wolf dog in North
Yeah.
Carolina, and 2, what kind of trouble Joe Schmo or Jane Doe.
I mean you got to
He's getting
multiply
it.
it by 12, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, let's say it's $1,000. It's 12 G's.
That's a lot, dude. That's
I don't
12
know.
wolf dogs.
A wolf dog. I mean, like ferrets are illegal here, right?
I think they're legal in California.
They're illegal, right?
No, I think they're illegal.
Are they?
I think.
I thought they were illegal.
Maybe I don't know.
I know that small turtles are illegal.
Really?
Yeah, like a baby turtle is illegal because like the way they transfer like that disease or whatever.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I know that.
You can't buy them like really small. That's why
Huh.
when you see them at Petco, they're always a little bigger.
Hmm.
And, I mean, I'm pretty sure, unless things have changed, we'll have to fact check that too. But yeah, I think that ferrets. Well, let's say a ferret is like, let's say what's the fine going to be for a ferret? You know,
I would wager a guess like probably under 1,000. I would assume.
maybe, huh?
I can't imagine it'd be that much because
Illegal fireworks are grand.
I would say a wolf dog fine would probably be more than a ferret.
Well, yeah, that's my question. So if you have, if the only grounds we have is like, let's say that this little rodent ferret is like $500, then like, let's say a wolf dog is obviously more than that.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I wonder if it multiplies because now they're escaped. It was obviously all this person's fault.
Yeah. What if they go meet some other dog or
What if they run into a ranch?
yeah.
And they're like, oh, look at these cows
Who knows
hanging
if
out.
they're fixed or what?
Yeah, you got a bunch of cows. They're like, hey, man, what's up? Let's get down. They wouldn't know what to do with them.
Yeah, I don't know what the resolution on that story is. That's a weird one.
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
I'll have to see if there's any like updates on it. See if they caught the other 3 or if that dude is being put in jail or what.
Yeah, going to jail for dogs. would be-
Or I wonder if he set him free, if he like knew he was about to get in trouble for him, and then that was his way of like escaping getting
Right.
fined.
They're like, we know you had the wolf pack.
So he can just say, oh, I don't have anything.
Yeah, we got to do some digging on
Come
that.
check my yard. There's
Yeah.
nothing there.
I'm curious. He's all, what wolf pack? Where are they?
Yeah, that was a little bizarre,
Yeah.
especially considering they're not legal in North Carolina. But it sounds like the ones that did get caught are going to be okay. They're not
Yeah.
going to like put them down or anything, which would be pretty horrible. But
Well, they're probably pretty domesticated if somebody's owned them.
yeah,
You know,
if they were able to catch them and they didn't like do any damage, I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, on to story number 2.
Okay.
I saw a video of this earlier in the week, and it was just like a meme video, but it says firefighters discover a body in the river was just a swimmer relaxing.
Oh, like they thought it was a dead person?
Yeah, they thought it was a dead body like floating down the river, but it was just some dude like just like snoozing. Just you know how you can just like some people can just like float
Yeah.
without like any like floaty devices. He was just like laying on his back, staring straight up. And I watched the video, and then it was like a straight up rescue crew walking out. There was like 3 or 4 like firefighters going out there, and they get up right next to the guy, and like he doesn't even realize what's going on. He looks up, he gets up, and he's like looking around, and there's like 3 like rescue crew people standing right there staring at this guy.
Dude, he's just living his best life.
Yeah, he was just hanging out, like just floating down the river.
How relaxed are you that you don't even notice that there's like people thinking you're dead around
And
you?
you're floating out there that long that the firefighter crew has enough time to come out there and then wade all the way out into the river, and you're still floating in the same spot. And you don't even know it.
Was he just like sitting in the spot, or was he going with the river?
It looked like he was floating along. It says they were called out on a report of a body in the river. When they reached the supposed corpse, they discovered the swimmer was very much alive and merely relaxing in the shallow water. So it wasn't like deep water or anything. It was like kind of like a pool alongside like in a riverbank or something like that.
Man.
But he was like kind of far out, though.
Was he?
Yeah, they had to like wade out there pretty far to get to him.
I wonder how many people thought that was a dead body.
It says, we launched a boat and discovered the man was just lying in the water.
I wonder who the first person was. They're like, there's a dead body. You know, is there anything around there? Does it show in the video?
No, it was a pretty wide open river. There was like maybe like a sandbar or something like that.
Where was this at?
Oklahoma. In Tulsa. It says a video included in the post shows the man sitting up when firefighters reached him and started checking for signs of life. I'll put the video with the clip because it's pretty funny, because they get out there and they start like checking the pulse or whatever, and he sits up like all scared, like
they check his, like they put their hands on him?
Yeah, they start to grab like his wrist or whatever, or like his neck to check the pulse. He sits up all quick. They scared the crap out of him.
They got to like touch him before he even noticed?
Yeah, he didn't even hear him coming, or like I guess his like maybe his ears were like underwater and he couldn't hear.
Maybe he had earplugs in even.
He might have been like straight up like asleep. Which I don't know if I'd be able to like go out and fall asleep in the middle of a river, but apparently this dude does it all the time.
Well, maybe we need to try. I mean, that level of meditation.
I guess like I can see how it could be relaxing. I don't know if I'd want to fall asleep in the middle of a river though, because if you get swept away, then and you wake up, like you're screwed.
You wake up, you like ran the river all the way. Well, where would he go? You know, where would that?
I mean, if you get caught
to?
in some rapids or something like that, you're done for, dude.
Well, we got the Kern River. It's different.
Yeah,
that river is like one of the most dangerous.
This one looked pretty calm compared to our river here.
Yeah, the deadly Kern. People get stuck out there all the time.
This one says the river's low right now, but it's still potentially dangerous in some areas. So I think every river has dangerous spots. It looked like this is a calmer spot, but he was like he was kind of floating along a little bit. And it did look like a dead body just floating around, because because he's not moving or anything. He's like straight passed out. Obviously not like very aware of his surroundings if like he let a full fire crew roll up on him.
Have you ever read down the river here, the Kern County River?
Mm-mm.
The Kern River?
No.
I was just telling the story yesterday. Me and Joey, and I don't know who else we were with. We were riding down the river in tubes, and we're like riding down the river, and these guys are like, "How far are you going?" We're like, "Oh, we're gonna go all the way." I don't know how long it is. I can't remember. Let's say it's 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
20 minutes. We're like, "We're gonna go to here," and they're like, "Oh, cool. Yeah, we'll see you down there." And then we get done, and we're like, "Oh man, yeah, you know." And we go all the way up, and somebody broke in the car, so they were asking how far we were going so they could break. They just robbed us.
They had plenty of time.
Dude, they stole everything, all our clothes. So we get back, and Joey's like, "Dang it. Those assholes got us, man." And like the more we thought about it, they were like, "Hey, you guys going all the way down?" We're like, "Yeah, guys."
Trying to hype you up or
yeah,
whatever.
We're going. They're like, "All right, man, we'll see you guys in a few minutes." And then they probably just walked right up to the car, broke out the window.
Assholes. They probably knew exactly what car it was too.
Yeah.
Were you like walking down from your car? Like
we were in the river on the tubes.
I wonder how they knew it was your car. Was it the only car around?
I don't know. Well, I mean, yeah, there wasn't a lot of people.
It's pretty like secluded too, so they probably thought It was pretty
Yeah.
safe to just go in and start whacking windows. And
There was like 2 or 3 cars up there, like us and the other people we were with. There was like 5 or 7 of us, and I mean, people tube down the river all the time, but there
Yeah.
wasn't a lot of people. It wasn't like super busy up there at the time. They're like, "You guys going?" We're like, "Yeah, we're gonna go." They're like, "Okay."
all right.
Yeah, we come up and
Sounds
Joey's
good.
like, "Dang it, they stole everything. Stole all our clothes. We had no clothes."
And you're probably like soaking wet from the river still.
Yeah,
Dirt
Yeah.
bags, dude.
I know.
They probably do that like every week too.
I know.
That's
why.
funny.
That's why I got this. That's actually why I ended up getting this tattoo, was because my grandma gave me a keychain right before she passed away, like a Pisces keychain, and she had just passed away or whatever. And I remember I was like, "Dude, they stole everything," and I was like, "Oh, I hope they didn't steal that keychain." And it had like broken off my keys and was like sitting on the seat.
Dang.
It was so crazy. Yeah. So anyway, I ended up getting it tattooed. I was like, "Oh, it's a sign." Joey's like, "Yeah, cool, your keychain's here. They stole my radio. They stole like everything, the car apart." He's like, "I'm really stoked for your keychain."
I'm glad you kept your
Yeah, it was a
keychain.
little
Everything
keychain.
else is gone, dude.
Yeah, I remember I was like, "Dude, it's here." He's like, "Oh, yeah, your keychain.
Oh.
Sick. Yeah."
Cool.
Yeah.
Congrats.
He's like, "I need a new radio."
That's funny.
Well, that's a pretty good one. I want to meet this guy.
Yeah, that.
He knows how to relax. What age group did this gentleman look?
It was pretty far out. I couldn't really tell.
Okay.
And it doesn't say here either, like, about any of his information. You could just see, like, it just looked like a body floating around down the river, and then I would call the police too if it was me,
Yeah.
like if I saw that. So they had good reason to call.
The river is crazy. It's super easy to get, especially if there's like a tree.
Yeah.
You get swept underneath that tree.
Yeah, it happens like every week here.
I know
River.
people.
It's insane.
So we were all in high school, and I remember I was like watching news. I was like, I knew this guy. I won't say his name, but I was like, "Is that John? Whatever." And he was on the news, and they were hanging out on this rock in the middle of the river, where the river raised, and they couldn't get, so they're
Oh, no.
stranded in the middle of the river. Him and like, there was like 4 of them on this rock, and it was like slowly, and they're just like stuck there, and they're all like all stoners and stuff. They're like, "Oh man, like what are we gonna?" They're like picking them up, and they're like, "Oh." Anyway, I just remember like how embarrassing. They're like stuck on this rock in the middle of the river, dude. Just like you could tell they were just partying out there, drinking beers. They had like a case of beer with them, and like the river just went up and they couldn't get it back.
And then the news came along, was like, filming
Yeah,
them.
straight on the news. Yeah, they're just like all on this rock. They're like, "What do we do?" They're like, "All right, we're gonna get you out of there."
That's funny.
Yeah, dude, that's how dangerous. Kern River's no joke.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it happens like every week over here. All right, last one for the day.
Okay.
Some backseat cows were spotted in a Wisconsin McDonald's drive-through line. And it says a video was captured of a cow riding in the back seat of another car.
In the back seat.
Yeah. It says the video was posted to Facebook. Person said they were in line at the drive-through of a McDonald's, and they spotted what they initially thought was a fake cow in the back seat. And so they got their phone out, started recording video, and they noticed the cow was moving and was very much alive. Said no one seemed to be as interested as I was. I was the only one with my phone out. The cow turned out to belong to a man named Bernie, who said he had just purchased the animal from a fair and was making a pit stop for food on the way home.
Bernie.
Yeah.
It's the only vehicle you got, bro? What is this? What kind of car?
It doesn't say. It was, but in the video, it was like just a 4-door sedan.
It's like a Camry.
Yeah.
He's
and
all, "Hey, yeah, hey, man.
and they have a cow in the back.
Hey, the wife's got the truck today, beef. So just getting the."
And the funny part about this is the driver, or apparently the person that was taking the video, says she was shocked to learn that the cow she saw was only one of 3 calves inside the vehicle. There's 3 cows there's 3 calves in the back seat of this car.
So they're not big.
Yeah. I mean, they looked big in the video. Like the one that she saw was like, it was pretty big, dude. It looked like it was taking up the whole back seat.
Dude, those
But
guys.
apparently not, because there's 2 other ones in there.
Can you imagine? You know how bad cows stink?
And the
You
ironic
gotta not
part,
care about your car, man, to like let 3 cows. Well, how do they?
The crappy part about this is like the dude's at McDonald's going to get probably a burger with like 3 cows in the back of his
I didn't even
seat.
think about that.
Isn't that horrible?
Man, he's just gonna eat it right in front of
It's
him.
like, hey, I'm about to eat your family members.
He's all.
Like, who knows what he's doing with these calves? Like, maybe he's just a farmer or whatever. Maybe he's a dairy farmer or something, but I don't know. It doesn't say. It just,
A dairy farmer would have a damn pickup truck or a trailer. A dairy farmer doesn't just put calves in the back.
this
Who
dude,
let this man buy these calves?
this dude is obviously not a very good farmer if he's riding around in his Camry with 3 calves in the back seat.
What kind of damage? I mean, how much does a calf weigh? Like
They're-
stomping all over.
They're
could be
big. They're a couple 100 pounds at least.
Yeah, so they're breaking everything back there. How much do you not care about your car?
That thing
Not-
had to be thrashed by
Dude,
the
not
time
to
it got
mention,
down.
they're like, cows are nonstop farting and pooping, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like you ever drive by a dairy farm, it's horrible.
Yeah, it smells
You can smell it
horrendous.
forever. So having 3 of those in your car, unless it was like around the corner, he's all sorry, yeah, wife's got the truck
Still,
today.
though.
I'm gonna take the.
You don't have like a trailer or anything? Like, you can't just,
They can't wait for you to get a trailer.
Yeah,
They're like,
like-
these got to be out of here right now.
I don't know, man. This was a very bizarre one because the video, this lady's just recording and then the cow's just like staring at her through the backseat window.
So wait, she didn't see any of the other calves on the video?
No, she said there were 3 calves total in the back seat. She said, "I'm just finding this out now."
Or were they all laying down?
I
Wonder if they were tied
I don't
up.
know, maybe. Like the one that she saw was like standing up in the back seat, like bucked up against the roof of the car, like just staring out the window.
I wonder if they were tied up or something in the back.
I don't know. There's no room to move. I don't know where they could.
Yeah,
know where
they'd
they
have to
could've
be
been.
sitting up if they, or they have to be really small.
I don't know what, dude. This dude is like on a whole other level.
That's a character.
This dude named
Maybe,
Bernie.
maybe he's taking him to his wolf ranch.
I don't know, dude. Maybe he just wanted them as pets.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a truck, you're obviously not much of a farmer. If you're driving around in a 4-door sedan,
That is a curious situation.
I don't know what the hell this guy's doing with the 3 calves.
And that's all you got because he probably just drove off.
Yeah.
And I want to see how nonchalant was the guy.
I don't know. I don't know if they even interviewed him.
He's
they
out
did-
of there.
He didn't have any like quotes in the article here. They found out who it was, obviously, if they found out his name was Bernie.
Oh, so yeah, so you got his name on there.
Yeah, and they found out that he purchased them from the fair. But obviously he didn't stop to talk for long. But dude somehow fit 3 calves in the back of his 4-door sedan. I don't know I can't remember what kind of car it was, but it was just literally a 4-door car.
Bernie.
And it was not that big of a car. He just had to go to McDonald's
Oh,
to get some
Burnster.
food for a pit stop.
Burnster saving 3 cal at a time.
Bernie boy saving cows and eating cows at the same time.
He's all, dude, I wanted to do a good deed for the day. Maybe he feels guilty for all his McDonald's stops. He's like, hey, you know, every time I eat 100 pounds of McDonald's, I have to save
You had to go save
a
3 of
calf.
them.
I don't know.
That was a
3 of
weird
them.
one.
I want to see that.
I'll have to put the video on
Yeah,
the clip of
I
that
need
one
to see
too.
that.
It was pretty funny.
That's a good one.
And it's in Wisconsin too, so I imagine that's like the perfect state for that to happen. But if that happened here, that would be like breaking news all over every news station. But in Wisconsin, maybe that's just a normal thing to take your cow for a ride. Maybe it's like taking your dog in the car. I don't know.
I guess they can be like pets. I
Yeah.
assume. You know,
I've heard cows they can be very affectionate if they're comfortable with
Yeah.
the person they're around or whatever.
well, they're,
And I've seen them like acting just like dogs pretty much before.
yeah.
But if they don't-
You want to imagine they're like dumb animals because it makes it easier to be like, eat them, I guess.
No,
You know?
yeah.
Like that kind of like,
I've seen videos of cows like acting like straight up like puppy dogs.
I know pigs do.
Yeah.
Pigs are super smart.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Yeah, that makes you.
It makes you feel bad.
It totally. It's bringing down the vibe, man.
I like to
You
hope
know?
that these 3 calves are going to go live a happy life on this guy's property or something maybe, and he was just taking them out for a ride.
But in the same thing, I mean, if I invited you out to a steak dinner, you wouldn't say no. So it's the moral dilemma here.
I know.
Guys, the more we're aware of, like, you know what's crazy? We just learned this. So, you know, my son was diagnosed with autism. But, and we were talking to the teacher, and apparently there's a woman who invented this like more humane way to kill cows was like a high level girl or she had like a high level autism. And she like created this whole thing. I know it's like off top. We just figured this out like days ago. She like developed this whole sequence and like the process they have to do with because they were just like so brutal.
Yeah. It's pretty horrifying.
I know, dude, I know. We got to change subject. We're just going to get bummed out. But anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting. We looked her up, and she's, like, pretty famous. She does, like, all these huge talks and stuff. And, you know, it's just you find out, like, people live, like, this successful life with autism. It's pretty interesting. But, yeah, dude, I'm sorry. I eat meat. I feel bad sometimes.
I do, too. Yeah, I feel bad about it. Like, if there's always an option for, like, an Impossible Burger or something like that, I always try it out, though. Or I do.
How many times do you try that out?
Habit Burger has them now, and I tried one the other day.
And will you ever get it again?
They're not bad. I kind of like them, actually.
Yeah.
They're not horrible.
I heard they're not healthy for you.
I mean, it's a burger, so.
No, but like the Impossible Burgers, like whatever they have in them, like preservatives. I've heard my buddy's a vegan that I work with.
I'm sure that's the case, yeah.
Yeah, he said that like you would eat them all the time, but they're like super unhealthy.
Yeah.
I guess because of whatever they're composed of. I don't really know. I'm not a vegan, but me and Mary are on the Whole30, and so we're eating a lot of like vegan products, like you know. And they're like, yeah, certain things are super unhealthy.
Yeah.
Like it takes a lot to make them.
Yeah, it's hard to eat healthy.
You eat Impossible Burgers, huh? That's good for
I'll
you.
eat them. Like, yeah. There's a. Have you ever had Vita Vegan downtown? Because they have some like, they have some stuff that's like fake chicken sandwiches and stuff like that. Their stuff's really good.
I don't turn down vegan food. We just had the cheese dip. It's made out of cashews.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's really
I've never
good.
tried that.
Yeah, we've been eating it. It's. I was thoroughly impressed because on the Whole30 you can't have dairy, you can't have grains, you
Yeah,
can't
it's
have
hard.
anything. So we were like, we looked up and apparently this stuff is all Whole30 approved. So we had like Whole30 potato chips with the Whole30 cheese, and we were just like, I was pretty impressed.
It's better than the stuff I was eating when I did Whole30. I was doing just like the most basic salads with like a little bit of steak on top or something.
Yeah, I know.
It's rough, dude.
I know. It's you're just waiting for your next meal.
Yeah.
We're on an empty tank.
I think I made it like a week and a half on that diet, and then I gave up.
What is today? Today's the 29th, so it's been 10 days for me.
Okay.
So
You're hanging in there so far?
I'm all right, man. I'm making it. I don't know.
Sounds so defeated.
Yeah.
I'm all right, dude.
It's whatever,
I'm doing good.
I cry a little less than I did. All right, I got a couple weird facts for you.
Okay. So this is a segment that we're doing animal facts, right?
Yeah, so we're gonna
Weird
say
animal facts.
Well, I guess we just did. So we're true or false? Is that what we're gonna say? Fact or crap, or something like?
Oh yeah.
Fact or crap? Animal facts.
Yeah.
So I didn't double research these or anything. I do that so that way it's fair chance, But I believe that one, I've heard that all polar bears are left-handed. Have you ever heard that?
I've never heard that before.
All polar bears are left-handed. I think my sister told me.
I'm left-handed.
Yeah,
Am I a polar bear?
I know. Yeah.
I can be a polar bear.
You're cool, dog. No, yeah. So
I've never heard that
you couldn't
before.
be a polar bear. You hate being cold.
No, yeah, you're right. I
You'd
wouldn't
be a
last.
terrible polar bear. And you're eating Impossible Burgers.
I'd be a polar bear that like maybe lives at a zoo or something like that.
Yeah.
Like a San Diego Zoo polar bear where it's like nice and hot.
Yeah, but they have a cold in there for those guys, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So supposedly they're all left-handed, right? That's a pretty simple one. So let us know if you believe that's true or false. All polar bears left-handed. I don't know if it was.
I don't know.
if it was on a Snapple or I don't know where she got it from. My sister told me.
So, was it?
Was it what?
Is it actually true?
I believe it's true.
Or,
I'm not fact checking everything
Okay.
right now, so there's a chance I could be wrong. But I believe all polar bears are left-handed,
okay.
from what my sister told me.
So I'm gonna look up. Do you want me to like fact check that?
Yeah,
And
so
then-
like we could do a poll if people believe that all polar bears are left-handed.
Okay.
The second one I have is a little weirder. Okay, and I believe I heard this at the Monterey Aquarium. It's about octopuses.
Okay.
An octopus, I guess. is that octopi?
Octopi.
Octopi? Yeah, it sounds a little vulgar when you
plural.
say it. With the okay, which is funny because of what the fact is, actually.
Okay.
So
I can see where this is
apparently,
going.
apparently their sexual organ is in one of their tentacles.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
the female organ, I guess, I want to say, is on one of their tentacles.
Really?
Yeah, so like, you know, like, hey
Man.
girl, hey, what's going on over here?
That's so.
you know, you
that's
just
so
waving it in
weird.
their face. So,
So, do you
Brings-
guys think that's true or false?
true or yeah, I don't know. I think it's true. I think I remember hearing it.
If they said it at the aquarium, I would assume it's true.
Yeah,
Because I feel like they know what they're talking about. They should.
what a weird like
I just
in your one of your arms.
you never would have thought like they're grabbing onto stuff with that thing.
Yeah, it's
That's weird, dude.
it's super weird. Well, imagine like everything they're touching with it. You know, that thing gets around.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
That's I've never heard that one before. That's
yeah,
weird.
I don't know if it's like rolls out of it or something. You know, I don't know.
Let me readjust my microphone. I feel like I'm bumping into my microphone a bunch here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like Alien. If it's like, you know, is it like what's up, dude? Come on over.
Just like pop out of there or what?
Yeah, imagine you're just like, I don't know if she's into me. She's
So is it
all
supposed
in your
to-
face, you know.
Is it supposed to look like a tentacle or
I didn't look it up for nothing.
for those little
I was
suckers?
with my
or
kids, for God's sake. Mike, what's wrong with you? Yeah, they got a extra sucker or whatever it is. I don't know.
whatever? I'm curious.
It's interesting, right?
I'm also kind of scared to fact check that one and
Yeah.
look it up.
That brings tentacle. What's that? Tentacle porn's a thing, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be popping up in my search history if I start looking into that.
Yeah, that brings tentacle porn up to a whole new level there.
Maybe that's where they.
Maybe that is.
That's
yeah,
where it came from. Maybe
I guess.
they've known for a lot longer than we have.
I don't know. It was just the weirdest thing. Like I was with. The weirdest thing about this guy telling me this is I had Oliver strapped to my chest.
As
And
he's
I'm like,
telling you.
yeah, and he's all, hey, do you want something crazy? And I'm like, what's up? And he's like, you know that like it's in their hand.
Was it a worker?
Yeah, it was like a guy cleaning or
Why does he
whatever.
think that's the best time to tell you a
He was
fact
just,
about.
he was like the guy sweeping stuff up. So I guess it could be. Maybe he's just messing
Maybe
with me.
he could have been messing with you.
His friend's like, hey, dude, like I dare you to tell everybody that.
I mean,
Octopi.
It's such a weird animal that I could see it being true, but
I mean, they change colors, dude. They can
Yeah,
they
they're-
can do so many. They're honestly, they should have been on our list. I guess the only thing is they don't really swim. When we're talking about like animal, you could be.
yeah, they're
be
just
kind of
really
weird.
cool though,
They're super, super cool.
and they're insanely intelligent.
They are really smart, huh?
Yeah,
Insanely intelligent. Like what else? Are they really that smart?
I mean they like solve puzzles and shit like that.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
and if like there's a Netflix documentary called like My Octopus Teacher or something like that, and it like talks about
Really?
how smart they are. Yeah,
I had no idea.
yeah, you'll have to check that out. I haven't watched it, but I've scrolled past it, seen it like the preview or whatever.
And you were like, oh, that's probably good one day when I'm have nothing else to watch.
Yeah, and I've seen like videos of them like they'll put them like in a jar or whatever, screw on the cap, and then the octopus will unscrew the cap with their arms to get out.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
How do they communicate?
I have no idea.
They make noise.
I don't think so.
Have you ever eaten like a little baby squid thing?
No, I've stayed away from that my whole life.
Not into it?
I can't.
My whole
I can't get
life.
down with it, dude. It just feels.
The calamari?
Yeah, it looks weird to me, and
I love it.
I'm not into it.
I love that stuff.
I don't know. I'm not big on seafood anyways, so it's like
Oh, I love seafood.
I'll do like fish tacos or like fish and chips. But that's about it.
No, really, no shrimp. No
It
mud
depends.
bugs.
It depends. I'll do I'll do shrimp and like not by itself.
Yeah.
Like shrimp tacos are good. It has to be like in something or like on something.
Prepared a certain way.
Yeah, I won't just
Oh,
eat
you're
a
doing
shrimp
that.
by itself.
Okay. Crab?
I've had crab before.
Yeah, but like minced or something. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Not
a
just
crab
like-
cake or whatever.
I've never had crab legs or anything like that.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get you to do that.
It's just weird. I don't know.
Eating legs.
Yeah,
Eating something's leg.
you have to like crack it open and all that.
Yeah, Mary loves it. Mary's like
Yeah.
obsessed with crab legs. I never seen somebody eat crab legs like my wife.
It's just too much work for me.
Yeah.
I'm
I don't
sure
know.
it's good, but it's just too much work for me.
It is a lot of work. It's like
I don't have to use a tool to get to my food because you have to use like the cracker,
yeah.
like that. I don't even know what it's
Yeah,
called.
you can if it's soft enough, I think you can break with your hands.
Oh,
I guess it's like, do you think there's more reward if you have to do that with your food? Like, you know, pistachios? Like,
I like pistachios. I guess that's kind of the
do you
same.
like opening them? Would you rather like have a bag of pistachios already opened
No, because I feel like they're not as good.
next to each other, like to buy them?
I like the ones in the shells.
You'd buy shells.
I feel like they're better
Yeah.
in the shells.
What about like sunflower seeds? Same thing.
I don't really have those that often, but I guess.
If you had to, if somebody's like, "Hey, dude, buy the sunflower seeds you want."
The only thing with those is like, the way to eat those is like you shove the whole thing in your mouth and then like crack it and then spit it out.
Yeah.
So it's a little,
It's all covered in like spit and
yeah,
stuff.
it's a little grosser.
It's different.
Pistachios, you're just like cracking it open
I
with
love
your hands.
pistachios.
I do too. They're good.
Walnuts is a different world though. Like walnuts, you actually have to take like a nutcracker.
Yeah. That's just that's like an old man snack.
Walnuts?
Yeah.
Is it?
I feel like nuts in general are.
Like, yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right.
I feel like it's kind of like an old guy.
See Grandpa with the
Like my dad.
mountain of shells next to his chair or whatever.
My dad's like all about like I think for Christmas we got him like a mixed nut of the month package where they
Oh,
send
really?
like some assortment of nuts.
A lot of
every-
nutrition in nuts, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean they're good. I'd rather have chips or something like that,
Yeah,
which is
I
obviously
guess.
not healthy.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a potato chip kind of guy.
I'm trying to
just
make healthier. Being on Whole30 makes you kind of like,
reassess.
yeah, a
Everything
little bit.
you eat?
We have, you know what? It's really good. Is they're like lightly salted banana chips.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Super good.
Yeah,
I didn't think I'd like them as much as I do.
yeah.
I could eat those all
I can
day.
there's some healthy stuff that I'm down with. Like
Yeah.
banana chips are good.
You like dehydrated fruit?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. What's like your favorite dehydrated fruit?
I think mango's pretty good, or I don't know. Bananas are like
I like
such
pineapple.
an easy choice. Like apples are good too.
Yeah, pineapple's good.
You ever had apple chips?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so.
They like dehydrate them, but they like crisp them up somehow. I
Yeah.
don't even know how they do it, but they're pretty good too. With
Yeah.
like some cinnamon on them.
Yeah, I like all that stuff. I like dehydrated foods, I guess, like beef jerky and stuff. Plus,
Yeah.
it lasts forever.
Yeah.
You know, like smoking food. Like you watch Alone. Have you watched Alone yet? We talked about this.
No, I've had a couple people recommend it to me.
Alone's good, but they like smoke food on the show, and they can like it lasts a while.
Yeah, I mean that's how a lot of food, like in Alaska, is prepared. It's like everything's smoked,
Yeah,
dehydrated, because
Smoked
they need it to
salmon.
last through the winter and shit.
smoked salmon's amazing.
I don't think I've ever had it.
It's amazing.
I've never had it.
You gotta have
It smells really good. I've smelled
so
it before.
good, dude.
Smelt it.
Yeah, you just didn't
Yeah,
go
it,
for it.
it smells really good, but I've never had it.
It's bomb.
Someday I will,
I
even though
love
I'm not a big seafood person.
Dude, I love smoked salmon, but you don't like sushi, so
I'll eat sushi, but it's got to be like the cooked, like fried sushi. I've had actual like raw sushi before, and it's just not my thing.
you'll eat it. It's just not your jam. You're not
Yeah,
like,
I've tried it before.
yeah.
but I'm not really not that into it. I don't know.
Sushi, teppanyaki. You go to those places?
Yeah, I like those.
You ever catch the shrimp in your pocket?
No,
No, none of that?
no. I haven't been in a while. We have one next to our house.
Hey guys, got one right there. Come by.
Yeah,
You got the volcano.
I've been there before. I had sushi there actually last time I went. It was really good.
Yeah, I love that food, man. It's probably up there, like my top 5 favorite foods.
Yeah,
It's probably tacos, pizza, sushi. French fries are up there for me.
yeah.
I could eat French fries like every day.
Good fries are
Prepared
so
a
hard
different
to
way.
beat.
Potatoes in general, really. Yeah, we're talking about food, and I'm starving. So we gotta like either change subject, and
Yeah, let's move on because you're on Whole30 and I don't know if
yeah,
you brought any snacks with you or
No, I
anything.
didn't,
It's
yeah.
not like you can stop for food or anything.
puts me in a pretty bad place there
Check your
mentally.
pulse.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to bring up, we're gonna, depending on how much time we have, I guess we could talk a little bit about it, but what about like insects? So if you had like a bug, like what's the craziest like bug superpower you think? Or what bug do you think's the coolest?
There's so many weird ones though. Like
Yeah.
it's hard to.
Like praying mantis?
Yeah, praying mantises are just so.
They're cool.
They're really interesting, but they're so bizarre.
Just like,
Every time I see one, I always try to leave it alone because I like them.
yeah,
I just kind of let them do their thing. I don't want to like mess with them or anything.
they're so majestic.
Yeah, they just. I don't know. They're weird, dude. I always see them like always hunting, looking for
Yeah.
something to catch or something like that.
It's funny how you like bugs, right? You're like got a praying mantis, and you're like, oh, dude, look at this thing, and then a cockroach comes by, and you're like, die, and then you like stomp on it, like kill it with every ounce of your being, you know? It's like,
We do have. When I let my dog out at night, I usually keep him on a leash because he likes to chase toads and stuff like that. So
Oh, yeah.
I try to keep him from doing that. And there's like one specific bush in our yard that has a black widow living in it.
still,
Yeah,
you just let him live there?
he's just hanging out.
Okay.
But there's like little cockroaches that run around the base of that bush, and if they get caught in his web, he eats them.
Oh,
Or her, she eats them.
that's a big one.
Yeah, it's a
Big
pretty
booty.
big black widow.
Big booty Judy.
And she eats a bunch of cockroaches. So I just let her chill because I don't like the cockroaches. And
Yeah.
if she can take some of them out for me, I'm just letting her hang out.
She's just vibing.
Yeah. And
Spiders are really cool.
she doesn't like go anywhere else like besides her little web. So she doesn't try to get in the house or anything. And it's pretty far away from the house. So
It's just babies.
yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take her ass out.
Dang it, big booty Judy, hide.
I don't like spiders, but it's like if they're taking out like some of the nasty like flies or cockroaches or anything flying around like that I don't want in the house, I will leave them alone.
Have you ever had like a bad spider bite before?
Mm-mm.
No?
I don't think I've ever been bit by a spider.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Not that I can remember. Yeah, I had black widows gonna be crawling into my house tonight probably.
Dude, I got bit by a black widow
Did you?
when I was a kid, yeah.
Was it pretty bad?
Yeah, so I don't know if you ever knew Jake. There was this kid that we went to school with named Jake, and his parents like had like all this nice glassware, and we would steal it and build ant farms because there was like a bunch of like dirt fields where like houses were going to be built, and I was like, hey, let's make the ants fight something. So we just put garden spiders and all that in there, like, you know what I mean? Because it's cool to watch ants rip stuff apart. You know, I'm like a 10-year-old boy or whatever. And so, like, dude, I saw this black widow over here. Let's go get it. Let's put it in there. I always thought black widows, like, not saying they're not dangerous, but I always thought it was like, you get bit by a black widow, like, you better go to the hospital, right?
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, so I was, like, sitting there, and he's like, all right, get it. And so, like, I had, like, the little gardening shovel. And got the black widow, and I was like, all right, trying to scoop it in there. And I hit the glass of this case, and it broke, right? So it breaks
Shit.
immediately, and the spider jumps, bites me, and then jumps off, and I'm like, I didn't know it bit me. It was so fast, and I was like, oh, shoot, just got him off me. And they're like, did he bite you? I'm like, I don't think so. And then, like, We'll never forget it. We're both like, dude, you're gonna die. I had like these little red dots on my arm. I was like, no, I don't think I'm that bad. And then like I could like see my veins in my hand, and I like got the sweats. I was like, oh, like, but we were so scared to tell his parents that we had broke this case that he's like, no, just like see if it's better by tomorrow. So I'm like sweating, like I like all night. I'm like holding my arm, like my friend would have rather me die than tell his parents we broke this glass thing. And then I was okay. The next day, yeah, I was okay. Never went to the doctor. Nothing.
Powers or anything?
Not that I know of. Yeah, I wish I had some.
Yeah, I thought you had to like go to the hospital and get like an antidote or something like that.
Yeah, and then years later, I told somebody that, or like a while later, I told somebody, I was like, yeah, I got bit one time. They're like, oh, I did too. And I'm like, oh, what happened? Like nothing. I guess like a percentage of the population. It's like whatever.
That's not a theory I'd want to test.
No. Well, what was it like? You ever watched 1,000 Ways to Die?
Mm-hmm.
Then there's a guy who like wanted to like have spiders all around him, so he like let his black widow bite him, and he died.
Okay, yeah, that's...
Yeah, like because I guess you get stronger after you've had a little bit of the venom or whatever.
So he thought he was gonna become a superhero, probably.
Just thought he would be able to be around him more often and like handle being bit. Well, if you handle insects all the time, you want them to bite you a couple times, I guess, unless they're like super poisonous.
I mean,
like what about brown? I don't know if I'm saying this right, but brown recluses or
brown
recluse. Yeah, those things mess you up.
Those are deadly.
Yeah, you'll have to like take holes out of your body. Those things.
Yeah, they like kill you.
Yeah, they can kill you. Yeah.
Yeah, those things are nasty.
Those things you have to get.
That's why
treated.
I don't like messing with spiders. Like I'll leave them alone if they're like far away from where I'm at.
Yeah.
And like I'll keep the what are they called? The daddy long legs spiders. Yeah. If there's one of those like up in the corner of my ceiling or something like that, I'll leave them alone because they catch flies and stuff like that for you.
And you leave them in your house?
Yeah, because they don't like mess with you.
Yeah,
if they're like high up in a corner,
they can't pierce your skin, right?
No, they can't. I don't think they can bite you.
They bite. From what I understand, they have a poisonous bite,
yeah,
but it can't pierce human skin, right?
Yeah.
Is that the theory?
Yeah, they're like teeth or their fangs are too small or something like that.
Something, but they can they have a very poisonous.
Yeah.
Poisonous bite.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I don't know how true that is.
I usually leave them alone because they catch flies and like gnats and stuff like that, and they eat those. So I just leave them alone.
Yeah, I think they're like people's favorite bugs is like.
I don't like spiders.
Yeah, I don't think
they freak me out. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a common phobia. I wouldn't say I have a phobia of them. Like I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't want them in my house or near me, unless it's like the daddy long legs ones.
Are ants like the strongest bug?
I don't know. I think so. They're supposed to be.
What if you had to live the life of an ant or a spider for one day? Which one would you pick?
I feel like an ant probably, because spiders kind of just sit still the whole time. They don't really do a whole lot unless they're like eating. But an ant, think about an ant, like ants all over the place.
You're just working all day though, man.
They just get in like the craziest
you're just a grunt.
spots. Yeah, but
you're just a grunt, dude. All you're doing is doing like whatever they tell you to do. You're just a robot.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean you can lift like 50 times your weight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you're just a worker ant.
It'd be cool to be like just a tiny little ant, just because they go everywhere. They're like they can fit in the weirdest spots. They come out of like cracks in your house that you didn't even know were there.
Like climb, dude. Like cruise around.
It would be cool to be like some crazy type of spider.
Like a jumping spider.
Yeah, or like one of the trapdoor spiders or something like that. You ever seen those guys?
The ones that like underground.
Yeah, they burrow in and snatch stuff that gets close to them.
Huh.
Or maybe like one of those big like tree spiders in the Amazon that like hangs up on the top of the trees. It'd be cool to be one of those.
Spiders are crazy, dude.
There's a lot of weird ones.
What would it be like to look out of that many eyes?
I don't even
know. How many
know.
eyes do spiders have?
8? Or wait, no, they have more than that. They have 8 legs.
8 legs.
They have like hundreds of eyes, don't they?
I don't know, dude.
Or maybe it's like thousands or something like that.
I don't think it's thousands. It's not
a lot.
thousands. I don't think it's thousands. It's a lot though.
I can't remember.
I'm curious.
They're weird looking. They're just so like grotesque looking that I just like.
I want to fact check the daddy long leg things.
Yeah, we'll help.
I'm curious if that's true.
I have heard that before, where
I've-
they are very poisonous, but they can't bite humans for some reason.
I grew up hearing that.
Yeah, and
So I'm curious if that's true or not.
that's why I was never like concerned to have them in the house, because they can't really hurt me or anything.
They're everywhere, dude.
Yeah, they're like all over the place.
Yeah.
But if they could take out some gnats for me, I'm down to team up with them.
Yeah.
They can chill in my house if they're taking out flies and gnats. I don't want a black widow in my house though,
Yeah, I feel that.
because they're fat. They can bite you. They look gross. I don't like them. I don't know what kind of bug I would want to be though.
Butterfly?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or like,
I want to be something that's not gonna get eaten right away. You know,
what about a grasshopper?
grasshopper would be cool. Just jump.
Yeah, you want to
Super
get something
far.
that's not going to die right away. That makes sense.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to be like a stick bug or something like that, where they just sit still all day.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not as exciting.
I don't know. I think praying mantis are really cool. Are scorpions considered? They're insects, right?
I don't know. I guess they would be, yeah. We could be totally wrong on that. I have no idea.
Like a centipede.
Centipede could be cool.
They're one of the bugs that probably gross me out the most too.
Yeah, I don't like them either.
Millipede or a centipede.
Yeah, all those legs.
Oh, dude.
What
So
about a
nasty.
dung beetle? Would you want to be a dung beetle first?
Just rolling,
Just rolling shit.
rolling balls of poop, spilling poop snowmen all day. June bugs are cool too,
Yeah. You ever seen like the big green
or a bee.
beetles or whatever?
Yeah, those are cool.
What if you were a murder hornet?
Oh yeah, just
Go
do some
around.
murdering.
Yeah, just go around stinging people all day.
Yellow jackets. You guys are assholes
Yeah, they are.
from our previous story.
Yeah, per the previous
Yeah, I've been stung like
driving story.
4 or 5 times with those assholes.
Yeah, I have escaped getting stung by those and bees so far in my life.
I like bees, man. Bees are cool. Bees are cool looking.
I like bees too. We have a bunch of bees in our backyard.
And they die though when they lose their stinger, right?
Yeah, or
That's
supposedly.
the thing. Yeah, that's another
I don't
fact
know
of
for
crap.
sure, but I've heard
Fact
that.
of crap. So one fact of crap. Are daddy longlegs more poisonous? Well, I guess what were we gonna say they're more poisonous then? Are daddy longlegs very poisonous but just can't pierce their skin? That's what I've always heard.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. That could be a good one.
Yeah.
And what next time we can
Yeah, throw that up there.
go over it and
Yeah.
say what
Say
the
if they
actual
did.
answer is.
Yeah, I'm curious to know. I've heard that literally since I was a kid. They're like, so. And the other one is like bees. I think it is. They lose their stinger like the first sting,
And then they die.
and then they die, right? If they lose their stinger.
I think so.
Now, why do they die? Is a stinger connected to their heart somehow? Like,
Maybe it's like a vital part of them or something.
what is in that stinger that like kills them?
I don't know. I have
You
no
pull this
idea.
needle out of your ass, and then you die.
Maybe it's like just
That's
their
like the
entire-
poop from hell, dude.
That's their life force, dude.
Yeah, they just poop it all out. They give it all in that sting.
Or maybe they just maybe it takes so much energy from them to sting something, and then
They
when they
have a
pull
heart
it out, maybe it just that's all they can do. They're just done after that.
You just give it all, man.
Maybe they just overexert themselves stinging something.
For Sparta. And they're just game over.
I guess, but I don't know. We'll have to look into that. That's gonna have to be another.
Yeah, why do bees die when the stinger leaves their butt, man? Like, what kind of power is in the stinger? It's like Iron Man's thing. Like, what's his thing?
His
Yeah.
heart, his
Yeah.
like
What if bees' stinger is their heart?
it could be.
They have butt hearts.
It's crazy. I don't know. It's weird
Yeah.
to think of like something that small having like a little heart,
Yeah.
tiny little heart in it. I guess they do, obviously, if there's.
Well, yeah. They have to have all that stuff.
So it's
And do they just have too big? So, what kind of power is in the stinger, man?
I don't know.
Oh, dude, their life force, bro.
I really don't know. They're weird.
Why do they die like that? And why does not Yellow Jackets?
Cause their stinger doesn't come out, does it?
I think it does eventually, right? I've had to get a
I don't
yellow
know.
jacket stinger out of me.
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Yeah. Why do bees
I knew the bee
die?
stinger
Why are they
falls
different?
out, but I don't know if the
What's the difference there, man?
wasps does.
And what about the big ass bees like bumblebees?
I don't
If
know.
they lose their stinger, do they die? Because those things are massive.
They're kind of assholes too.
Dude, they're like the size of my thumb.
You ever been chased by one? We have.
Well, I don't know if he was trying to chase me, but I've had one be like, hey, get out of here. And it's like, and I'm like, oh, all right, dude.
We have one that flies in our shop every once in a while here at work, and it'll literally do a drive-by on you, and just it'll follow you around if you don't swat him away. He'll come after you.
Dude,
He's just a little asshole.
they're hard as a rock. You ever hit one?
I've whacked this one with my hand before to try to get him away, and
hard.
he just flew away.
Yeah, it doesn't do much to it. You
Yeah.
can hit them with something, and yeah, I always use my hat. I'm always wearing a hat, and so I'm always, something comes up. I've had one a bee try to fly around the kids when they're real
Swat 'em
small.
away.
Yeah, I'll hit them. So yeah, what's the difference? So why do bees die? And is it only the little bees? What are those bees called? Are they just honeybees?
I think so.
So bumblebees don't produce honey, the big guys?
No, I think it's just little ones. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what the hell bumblebees do. What is their purpose in life? What do they do?
They just bumble, bro.
Do they do anything that contributes? I know
There's-
honeybees are
Yeah.
they're vital to the earth.
What other insects really do much to contribute outside of bumblebees?
Yeah, what the hell do cockroaches do? Besides gross people out?
Yeah,
Nothing.
they're disgusting.
They're gross.
Spiders kill your other bugs.
I guess we could agree that you're out of your absolute gourd if you would want to be a cockroach for a day. If that's your pick for what bug you'd want to be for a day, and you pick a cockroach,
They can fly.
they're
They
like-
run fast. Have you ever seen one where they run?
yeah, when they're when you're trying to chase one and get
No.
it.
Have you ever seen that they run on two legs?
I've never seen that.
Cockroaches run on two legs.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, dude, they start running like this, and then when they get going, they're like, time to. They're just on 2 feet, dude. They're
throw
just
it into
getting it.
overdrive.
Oh, let's go. Yeah. I'm not lying, man.
I don't like
I
it.
watched the video of it. I called bullshit, and I was like, let me see this. And it's they start on 4, and they're just they're popping wheelies on their back legs when they get going.
the big massive ones are so gross.
Bear had the hissing. A guy I worked with had the
Yeah.
hissing roaches, and he would just he loved pulling them out and just grossing everybody out with them.
They're just so weird to me. I don't know.
So apparently, spiders eat those roaches, and they're healthier for them because of the way their shells break down.
Really?
Yeah, the keratin,
How big's a spider got to be to eat one of those damn things?
pretty good size. Because
Because they mainly live in the Amazon,
I think
right?
that's what kind of roaches they are. Because grasshoppers, whatever they're made out of, is actually harder on the stomachs of spiders.
That's weird. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, huh?
It's got to be a big ass spider to eat one of those things.
I know. Probably getting close to time here, man.
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Yeah. Covered some good stuff. We'll have to cover. I got some good pranks to go over with you guys. Curious to see what everybody thinks about that.
Yeah,
next time.
I'll try to think of which ones I've done or pulled or had pulled on me.
Let's go over. Yeah, I got some good ones. All right, man. So, bug questions. Do daddy long legs?
Are daddy long legs poisonous?
Yeah, and can they pierce human skin if they wanted to, or is it because they can't, or because they just don't care? Are they too small? Are they
think
not
it's-
sharp enough?
I think it's just because they can't.
Yeah, I don't know. And bees.
And then,
Why?
Yeah, then why the hell do bees die? when
Why
they lose
do
their
bees
stinger?
die if they lose their stinger? Is there some power? Is it their battery?
Just
Yeah.
pulling a battery out.
Yeah. Oh no. They got a little juice for a little while, they just got this.
Yeah, so those are our pressing questions to answer for next time.
Yeah.
I can print out a little fact sheet or something like that,
Yeah.
and then we'll read through it next time.
Yeah, I'm curious. Let's do a poll on that. Let's see what the poll
Okay.
is. Yeah, how many people. We can do a fact or fake for why they die when their stinger leaves. Why
Yeah.
they really die. And then we can do the same thing for the
Save it
Daddy
for-
Longlegs and see what people think.
Okay.
I'm curious to see what.
I'm curious. Yeah. I'm
Let's
curious
put one
to find
that's
out
real
about that.
and the one that's like.
Because they're so common. Those two bugs are like everywhere
Yeah,
in here.
yeah.
So I've always like kind of known that, but I never knew why.
I don't know. Maybe they do just have heart attacks.
I don't know. I'm really curious now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up today.
I don't know.
We'll get it.
Yeah,
We'll get a
okay.
little fact sheet of all
Yeah,
these questions.
I'm curious.
And we'll read through it next
We should
time.
make a little book and
Bug fact sheet.
yeah, like just random facts that we come up with that make no sense.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, I think that's about it for today.
Yeah. That's it.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know. Do we have a send off? Anything? We don't have a send off really yet.
No, not really. We'll have to think of something. If you guys have any bug facts or any animal facts that you want us to
Yeah.
find out if they're true or false, please let us know.
Yeah, or test us. If you got some interesting
Yeah.
things that we need to discuss, please let us know.
Yeah, quiz us.
Yeah. Don't
you have a-
quiz us.
If you have a
'cause
fun
we'll-
animal fact,
We'll fail, but just tell us something that may be fact or crap.
something
can,
that sounds too bizarre to be true.
Yeah, I want good stuff. So yeah, octopus has
I'm gonna watch that
A
documentary,
hand.
dude.
vagina.
Maybe it'll teach me about that in the Netflix.
They have hand
documentary.
vaginas, and then polar bears are left-handed.
Yeah.
They have
I'm gonna-
hand vaginas, dude. What if they like slap you?
You're getting slapped
You're
in the
getting
face
pussy
with
whipped. Maybe that's where it came from.
Oh,
She's like,
God.
Get over here, honey. I'm busy. Said, get over here. All right, you got it.
Oh, God.
Whatever you say, babe. You can come and slap me with that thing twice.
I hope that's true, dude.
It's got to be true, dude. It's got to be.
We'll find out.
Unless that janitor at the Monterey Bay was
He was just-
pulling my leg,
Yeah, he was just giving you one.
I would applaud him either way. All right, guys.
All right,
Thanks
everyone, have a good day.
Yeah.
Thanks for chilling and
Yeah.
watching us.
Yeah, thanks for hanging. See you guys later.
See you.